Detroit has always had a raw, unfiltered rap scene where street life and music go hand in hand. Two of the city's hottest names to blow up in the recent years, 42 Dugg and Sada Baby, came from different sides of Detroit and represented opposing street affiliations. 42 Dugg, born Dion Hayes, is from the 6 Mile and Whittier area of Detroit's east side, but he claims the southwest side where he grew up most of his life. He's widely affiliated with the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, a connection he's made through hand signs, lyrics, and street ties. On the other hand, Sada Baby, born Casada Sorrell, reps the East Side Regent Park neighborhood and is tied to the 7 Mile Bloods, SMB, a local blood set known to have a heavy presence in the street of Detroit. Before rap, both artists had gritty upbringings. Tied to the streets, 42 Dugg spent time in juvenile detention centers and later did a stint in prison, where he honored his rapping skills. He got his name from his neighborhood clique, 42, and started buzzing in Detroit with local singles before eventually catching the attention of Yo Gotti and Lil Baby, who signed with him jointly to CMG and 4PF in 2019. His breakout came with the viral success of We Paid alongside Lil Baby. Meanwhile, Sada Baby built his name from the ground up in Detroit's underground scene using YouTube, local showcases, and social media to gain attraction. His big break came after releasing Block Party with Drago, followed by a solo hit, Whole Lotta Choppers, which blew up on TikTok and even got a remix from Nicki Minaj. As both rappers gained fame, their opposing affiliations and neighborhood loyalty brought rising tension. The beef didn't start with diss tracks, it grew from indirect shots, Instagram lives, and real-life street tension. Sada Baby called out rappers who only came around Detroit when it was convenient, which fans quickly interpreted as shots at 42 Dugg. Although Dugg never responded directly, his growing ties to Crip sets and national recognition started to rub Detroit's local street rappers the wrong way. Underneath it all was a brewing East versus Southwest divide, tied to real-life game politics. This street tension eventually overlapped with a tragic event that shocked the entire Detroit hip-hop community. The murder of Tee Grizzley's aunt and manager Jobina J.B. Brown on August 20th, 2019. Tee and his aunt were sitting in a car on Detroit's east side when a gunman walked up and opened fire. Tee survived, but his aunt was killed. While no one from Detroit has officially been charged in connection, sources and street chatter suggest the murder was not random. Reports later revealed that a known OTF affiliate out of Chicago has ties to the shooting, hinting at a deeper network of gang alliances between Chicago's BD OTF circles and certain Detroit factions. Many believe Tee Grizzley, who tried to stay neutral and focused on his music, got caught in the middle of tensions between rival Detroit crews. His decision to work with certain Eastside artists, particularly those affiliated with SMB and Bloods, allegedly put a target on the circle. Despite never publicly picking a side between Dugg or Sada, Tee's affiliations and hometown loyalty may have placed his family in the crosshairs of a war that had already spilled behind rap. The tension remained under the radar until a dice game in Atlanta exposed it publicly. The story first surfaced in early 2024 when Wack 100, known for being close to major industry figures, spoke about the altercation. Wack claimed that during a high-stakes dice game involving Offset of the Migos and 42 Dugg, a dispute erupted. Wack alleged that things got heated and Offset pressed Dugg, nearly resulting in a violent outbreak. Wack said he stepped in personally to calm down the situation and to keep it from escalating. Sada Baby later confirmed in an interview that he was present during the incident. He stated that although he didn't like 42 Dugg, he knew that letting someone from Detroit get disrespected in another city would reflect badly back on home. In Sada's view, stepping in wasn't about defending Dugg, it was about city loyalty. He explained, "If he got his ass beat in that room, I would have had to help. The city would have blamed me." That one statement summed up the code of conduct Detroit rappers live by. Personal feelings don't override public responsibility. Sada made it clear that the tension in the room wasn't just talk. He said if anyone had thrown a punch, it would have turned deadly. There were too many armed people in the room for it to end cleanly. According to him, the entire standoff was seconds away from chaos, and Wack 100's intervention was the only reason violence didn't erupt. Sada later claimed that 42 Dugg thanked Wack for defusing the situation, but never acknowledged him. That, he said, was the final confirmation of where they stood. Sada didn't ask for thanks, but the silence told him everything he needed to know. This situation is a grim reminder that in Detroit rap beef, isn't just about music. It's often an extension of real-life conflicts. When you add gang affiliations, street loyalty, and the pressure of national fame into the mix, things can quickly spiral beyond control. While Sada Baby and 42 are both rising stars putting on for the D in their own ways, their ongoing tensions and the tragic fallout involving Tee Grizzley, deep-rooted politics have consequences that go far way beyond the studio.